Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking some time to click on this video. I really appreciate it. So I have my deals here for week 2 at CVS, and it's still a really good week at CVS. There was several deals that I didn't do that I saw a lot of wonderful couponers did do last week, like Erica from Coupon Mode and Jody Dunn. There's great deals to be had with the Tums products, the Excedrin. I didn't pick those up. Doesn't mean that I won't yet this week, but I didn't pick them up today. So I had a couple goals in mind today. So first, let's talk about last week's haul. I believe it was like 81 or 82 cents or something like that. And I had said that I was going to keep scanning my receipts, one every 24 hours to my Ibotta accounts to keep getting the 2% back in the hopes that I would get that $5 bonus. I think once you hit do it 5 times to get the 2% back, you get like a $5 bonus on Ibotta. So that worked out great. It did work. So I was scanning them to my Ibotta accounts. And then the very last one that I had to scan on I think it was my husband's Ibotta account, to get that 2% back and get the $5 bonus was also the last rebate I needed for my weekend bonus. So when I scanned that, I got $5 back for scanning the 2% 5 times, and I got $5 back for my weekend bonus, plus all the 2% I got back throughout the week. So last week's haul went from being like a cost of 82 cents to like a $10 moneymaker, which was fantastic. So that was great. So definitely keep those receipts and keep scanning them if you haven't maxed out that 2% back at CVS, where if you do it 5 times, you get the $5 bonus. So going into today, on my husband's Ibotta account, I was 6 rebates away from hitting 2 different $5 bonuses. One was like that bigger bonus that they gave us, which for me was 22 offers and you get $5. And then I had that like fire up bonus or whatever it's charged. I forget what it's called now. But, and that was, I think that was 20 offers for $5. So I knew if I got 6 Ibotta rebates today, I would get $10 in bonuses. So that was the goal. Plus I also had a Care Pass on my son's account. So I knew I was working with that $5 as well, which was fun. So I also wanted, what I got this week on 2 accounts, because me and my husband's son all have accounts. On 2 of them, I got % off coupons. On the third one, I didn't use the one that I didn't use the 10 off of 60 they gave me one week, and now they haven't given me anything since. So I guess they got fickle about that. I don't know. But on the other 2, I got 20% off coupons, and I used them both yesterday and got 3 off of 15s on both of those accounts this week. So when I went in yesterday to spend the 20% off on one of the accounts, I did pick up this medicated rash ointment that I did see Erica have on Coupon Mode. So big shout out and thank you to her for that. So I used my 20% off on this yesterday, and so oops, let me just move my finger. So it's $7.29 in my store. I used the 20% off, made it $5.83. There's no tax on this product. I got my $5 extra buck back and $2.49 on Ibotta, so that made it a $1.66 moneymaker yesterday, and a good way to spend my 20% off. The other account that I got 20% off on, I had already done this deal during the week, and I had done it on the Sting Kill, so I couldn't do it again, so I just bought a caramel and got my 3 off of 15. So starting off with a moneymaker was fantastic. So my goal again was to get 6 Ibotta rebates. So I kind of went in thinking I'd do the other Crest mouthwash deal with the ones that are $4.99. You buy 2 and you get a $4 extra buck. I didn't have the coupons anymore for the mouthwash. The Ibotta rebate does exclude the use of coupons, but I think we all know it will go through if you have coupons. So if you choose to do that, that's totally up to you. I didn't use coupons. I didn't, have them, and I didn't need to because it was going to be a great deal with the Ibotta bonuses. So, and again, my store was completely sold out of those that were in the the $4.99 buy 2 and get the $4 extra buck back. But they had tons of the more expensive ones that are part of the spend 30 and get the $10 extra buck deal. So I figured I could just rework it. That would be 4 Ibotta rebates right there. For the 6 I needed. Plus I knew that the 2% back, even though I had already hit the limit and gotten that that $5 bonus for getting the 2% back 5 times, the 2% still came back again. It just shows at the bottom that I've already gotten the $5 reward. So it still counts as a rebate though, which is great. So that was 5 rebates. And then the toothbrush, we got a rebate on that this morning. So that's 6. So that's the 6 rebates in this transaction that I needed to get the 2 $5 bonuses on Ibotta. So here's how it breaks down. These Crest Advanced products are $8.29 a piece. And they're buy one, get one half off, and I got 4. So it's $8.29 times 1.5 times 2 is $24.87. I didn't have any coupons on that. You might still have the 2 off of 2 digital that you could use if you don't mind combining that with the Ibotta rebates. Totally up to you. So it's $24.87 with no coupons. And this Oral-B toothbrush is $7.59. It's on the multi-packs here. And this one's included in the spend 30 and get the $10 extra buck. So again, I had no coupons for that one pack. So that was $7.59. So it was $32.46 for everything. Again, no coupons, so it was $32.46. But I did have a 6 off of 30 oral care, Crest Oral Care CRT. Made it $26.46. I got my $10 extra buck back, $6 on Ibotta, and $10.02 in bonuses. $10, the 2 $5 bonuses I hit, plus 2%, 2 cents back for the 2%. So it made it $26.02 I got back when I spit out $26.46. So it made it only 44 cents for all of these items. So when I first scanned my receipt, it picked up on the 2% back, 2 mouthwashes, and that was it. So before I even submitted it, I hit I'm missing cash back, and I scanned the other 2 that were missing and the toothbrush. And then when it actually went through fairly quickly, even with the 2%, and it came back and gave me the toothbrush, 3 mouthwashes, and the 2%, and not the other mouthwash. So I corrected it again. I'm expecting to get that dollar back. So all in all, I thought that turned out to be a pretty good deal. Now, in the meantime, before that credited, I had bought a CVS gift card on Ibotta for a different transaction. So even though this only came up as 5 rebates, that other gift card that I had purchased after this also counted as a rebate. So when this came through, it did trigger both of those $5 bonuses, even though it was technically only 5 rebates in this transaction. So if you didn't know when you use your Ibotta money to purchase CVS gift cards, that does count as a rebate. So that's really cool. So it did kind of work out, but I do expect to get my dollar back from Ibotta. They're usually really cool about that. I'm going to take a second to go over a deal that I did not do, that I really had been thinking about doing with one of the spend 15 to get the $3 off that I had got from spending my % off coupons. It was going to be on Nature's Bounty and CoverGirl. So the Nature's Bounty is buy one, get one free this week. And we have $3 rebates on Ibotta. Check your account for that. And we know Ibotta is very nice, and it does give us rebates on free items. So if your store has the Nature's Bounty, that's $11.29. I'll pop an image up on the screen. There's actually like 2 of them that are in that price, but my store was out of them. So you'd want to get 2 of those and 2 CoverGirl eyebrow pencils. Print a $3 off coupon from coupons.com for one of the CoverGirl eyebrow pencils, and then use your digital coupon and your $4 off digital CRT that they gave us for CoverGirl as well. So here's how it would break down if you wanted to get some vitamins. So the Nature's Bounty is going to be $11.29 for 2 of them, and the CoverGirl will be $12.58 for 2 eyebrow pencils, depending on what they're priced in your store, but mine are $6.29. So it'll be $23.87. We don't have any coupons for the Nature's Bounty, so they'll be $11.29, but you would get $6 back on Ibotta. For the CoverGirl, you'll have the $3 digital, the $3 printable, and the $4 digital CRT, making it $2.58 for the 2 CoverGirl eyebrow pencils. We're picking those up because they're a moneymaker, and they will make our vitamins free. So that would be $13.87 after coupons. Use your 3 off of 15 makes it $10.87. You'd get $6 back on Ibotta for the Nature's Bounty. Hair, skin, and nails, I believe, is what they are. And $6 back in an extra buck for the CoverGirl. Hey, Stanley. Hey, Stanley. Okay, I'm back up just a smidge. Thanks. Okay. So you'd get $12 back where you spent out $10.87, making it $1.13 moneymaker for those vitamins and the CoverGirl if you're in need of vitamins. My store did have the ones that were $13.49 in stock for the Nature's Bounty. So that's what, $2.29 more you would pay. So it still wouldn't be bad if you wanted to pick up those ones that were $13.49. It would just cost you like $1.16 instead of being $1.13 moneymaker, or somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, so back to where we were left off here. So here's all the mouthwashes and the 1 toothbrush. There's my 6 off of 30 for the Crest, Scope, and Oral-B products. And then there is the extra bucks I used, and a little bit 2% back. So I had to pay like $1.05 out of pocket and got my $10 in extra bucks back. So very good deal, only 44 cents for all of that with those bonuses. So here's where I actually did use the spend 15 and get $3 instant savings, because I'm low on these floss picks, and the gum brand is my favorite one. So whenever I can pick them up for free or like even close to free, I'm definitely going to do it. So the deal with these are they are buy two and you get a $5 extra buck. And then of course the CoverGirl, we kind of went over in the scenario if you wanted to pick up the vitamins, but they're $6.29 a piece in my store. And so two will cost you $12.58. So it's the $9.98 for the two gum products. We don't have any coupons, so they're $9.98, but you do get the $5 extra buck. The CoverGirl is $12.58 in my store for the two eyebrow pencils. Hello again, Stanley. I had the $3 printable coupon, a $3 digital coupon, and the $4 CRT, making it $2.58, and you get that $6 extra buck back. So the CoverGirl is a great thing to add into any transaction this week because it's a moneymaker and it helps. So it's $22.56 for everything. I'm sorry, Stanley is really wanting some attention right now. Okay. Are we good? This is not the Stanley show. If you could just give me a couple minutes, buddy. Okay. So we're $2.58 for the CoverGirl, and you get a $6 extra buck back. So it's $22.56 for everything, $12.56 after coupons. The 3 off of 15 came off, making it $9.56, and I got $11 back in extra bucks, making it a $1.44 moneymaker, and I was able to pick up my favorite floss picks. So here is the receipt. There's the floss picks, the CoverGirl, the $3 paper coupon for the CoverGirl, the $3 digital for the CoverGirl, the $4 CRT for the CoverGirl, the 3 off of 15, and then I had a $2 extra buck or a $10 extra buck. And since it was only $9.56, I really didn't want to spend the $10 extra buck, so I did the 2 and put the rest on my gift card. So it was $9.56 for everything, and then I did get my $11 in extra bucks. So this is the one where I used, what was this one here? Oh, yes. Okay. So my other Ibotta account, my husband has the one where we were talking about earlier, but I was only one receipt away on my Ibotta account for submitting for the 2% back and getting that $5 bonus. So I did it with this transaction. I had it planned in my head. I was like, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to get that $5 bonus. And I also had one $5 OTC barcode from all of the P&G products we bought last week. I was able to get another $5 OTC barcode from the pggoodeveryday.com website. So I wanted to use it here. So I picked up the Gillette Labs, the Gillette Mach 3, and then the Gillette Skin Guard. These are all part of the spend 30 and get a $10 extra buck. This is a different account, than that one because that is a limit of one per account. So here's how it breaks down. I picked up the Gillette Labs. It's $17.99. We have a $5 digital. It makes it $12.99. The Mach 3 is $11.29. As you can see, I ran out of printer paper, so we're improvising here. The Mach is $11.29. We have a $3 digital for that. Makes it $7.29. And the Skin Guard disposable is $8.79. We have a $3 digital for that. Makes it $5.79. So these should all be on your CVS account unless you've used them already. So it's $38.07 for everything. Now, the reason I did this is because I had an 8 off of 35 Gillette CRT, and all of these products qualified for it. So after their coupons, they were $27.07. That 8 off of 35 came off, making it $19.07. I decided not to pay with any extra bucks on this because I was using that $5 OTC barcode. So as you can see, if I used any extra bucks, they're going to apply a little bit to each product. And I do believe the $5 OTC barcode might have attached to one of the lesser products and was only going to take off what was left after the extra bucks attached to them. So you can see the Skin Guard is only $5.79 now. So if I use any extra bucks, it would attach some portion of it to that one, and it would probably drop the Mach 3 below a $5 value too. So I thought, well, the best thing for me to do is use my Ibotta money to redeem for a CVS gift card, get the 3% back on that as well, because I'm going to submit this to get 2% back on Ibotta, plus hit that Ibotta bonus. I might as well get an additional 2% back. 3% back for redeeming a gift card as well. So that's what I did. So after the $5 OTC, it was $14.07. I got my $10 extra buck back. I submitted, that receipt hasn't processed yet, but I submitted for my very last 2% back on this Ibotta account, so I'll get that $5 bonus. I'll also get 40 cents on Ibotta for that 2% back. I got 38 cents back from CVS for 2% back. I'm just going to count that. Why not? Because as you know, that the 2% back at CVS is calculated on what is left that you didn't pay with extra bucks and everything on your receipt. And they calculate before tax, whereas Ibotta calculates after tax. That's why there's a 2-cent difference, because there's about $1 and something in tax. But I did get 38 cents back from CVS at 2% as well. And I got 63 cents back on Ibotta because I redeemed for like a $21 gift card thinking I would need that much, and I didn't. But that's okay. I got 63 cents back on Ibotta as well for redeeming for that gift card. So I got $16.41 back where I spent out $14.07. So it was a $2.34 moneymaker for $38 in razor. So that was really exciting for me. So even if you don't hit that $5 bonus on Ibotta for submitting, 5 receipts for 2% back, I mean, if it's your CarePass week and you do it, like I did here, you're going to have the same result. Or even if it's not your CarePass week and you don't get any kind of bonus on Ibotta, but you still do it this way, that's only going to be like, $2.64 it would cost you for all of these razors with no bonuses at all, as long as you have a $5 OTC, payment barcode from P&G. Okay, so with the Nivea, I decided to do that with my CarePass this week, but you could very definitely use the 3 off of 15 and it would still be a really good deal. But since I have that extra $5 for being the CarePass week on this account, I went with the Nivea, which is spend 20 and you get a $10 extra buck. We have $2 back on Ibotta as well. And then of course we have the CoverGirl Moneymaker. So this is a different account than that one, which is why I can do the CoverGirl again. So again, I had one more $3 printable coupon because I only printed 2 before I left the house and was kicking myself later for that. But that's okay. So the Nivea is $19.99, which reaches the 98% rule. So as long as your store follows that, you will get your $10 extra buck back. I also got $2 back on Ibotta. The CoverGirl, again, is $12.58 for the 2 eyebrow pencils. I had a $3 printable, $3 digital, $4 digital CRT, made them $2.58, and I got my $6 extra buck back. So that Moneymaker CoverGirl really helps, it's just wonderful. So it's $32.57 for everything. And then it was $22.57 after my coupons. I got the $10 extra buck back for the Nivea, the $2 off, and there's Hannah, $2 back on Ibotta, $6 for CoverGirl. So that gives me $18, plus I use my CarePass to pay, so I can add $5 back in. So I got $23 technically back, where I spent out $22.57, making this a 43-cent moneymaker for this very expensive Nivea lotion. So that was fantastic. So I'll show you my extra bucks here. So here's my 10 for the Nivea and my 6 for the CoverGirl. And then here's my receipt, the 2 CoverGirl eyebrow pencils and the Nivea. There's my $3 printable coupon for the CoverGirl, my digitals for the CoverGirl. There's my CarePass, and then just a little bit more, extra bucks I paid with. So if you add that all together, that is $22.57. But I did get back $18 between extra bucks and Ibotta, plus adding $5 back on for using that CarePass. Makes it a 43-cent moneymaker for a $20 lotion. So I also decided to go ahead and just pick this little product up because I had $7 in extra bucks that were expiring on this account. So I just submitted it to my other Ibotta account. So now that, yesterday when I picked it up down, that one down there, since it reset today, you can do it again on the same account. If you did last week, now you can do it this week. No % off coupon or anything, but it's still a tiny little money maker. So these are $7.29 in my store. I used the $7 in extra bucks that was expiring plus 29 cents. There's no tax on these, which is great. So you pay $7.29 total. You get your $5 extra buck back and $2 and what is it? 49 cents. Yeah, back on Ibotta. So it makes them a 20-cent money maker. So why not? If you have some extra bucks expiring, it's a good way to spend them. But with the Nivea, if you don't, it's not your CarePass week, but you have that 3 off of 15, you can use that instead of counting your $5 CarePass back in. Use your 3 off of 15, and it will just cost you like $2. It'll cost you $2 more, so it would be like $1.57 for everything instead of a 43-cent moneymaker, which I still think is pretty darn good. All right, so here's how you can get free cat food this week if you need it. I wasn't able to because I only printed 2 of those coupons. I should have printed 2 more from a different device at my house, but that's okay. We live and we learn. And actually, this is the powder that I'm using right now, so to get it for pretty cheap is fine with me. But I'll show you how you can get 2 eyebrow pencils and 2 cat food for free with the 3 off of 15. So the Purina is buy one, get one half off. They're $7.79. So it'll be $11.68 for 2 of them. We have a $5.50 digital coupon. Makes it $6.18. And then don't forget to submit your receipt to the Purina app. If you don't have that yet, my referral link is in the description box below. But they give you a lot of points back for their products, which you can redeem for coupons, which is great. And then the CoverGirl is actually $8.79 for the face product and $6.29 for the eyebrow pencil. I considered just getting 2 eyebrow pencils and submitting to like checkout 51 or something, but I was pretty sure with them seeing the $4 CRT and the $3 digital that they were going to assume that, they weren't going to give me $3 back for another eyebrow pencil. I just have a feeling they weren't going to. No, I just didn't want to worry about it. So the face powder is $8.79. So I got the $3 digital and made it $5.79, and the eyebrow pencil $6.29. So the $3 digital made it $3.29. So it makes it $9.08 for the 2 of them, plus the $4 CRT came off, making it $5.08, and I did get my $6 extra buck back. So it's $26.76 for the CoverGirl and the cat products. After coupons, it is $11.26. I used the 3 off of 15, made it $8.26. And I did get my $6 extra buck back for the CoverGirl, because this is the third account, making it $2.26 for all of these products. So I think you can see where I'm going with this if you have enough coupons to get 2 eyebrow pencils. So it would be $11.68 for the cat food, $12.58 for the CoverGirl if you got 2 eyebrow pencils. So it'd be $24.26. You'd have the $3 for CoverGirl, $3 for CoverGirl, $4 for CoverGirl, $5.50 for the cat food. 3 off of 15 would make it $5.76, and you'd get your $6 extra buck back for the CoverGirl, making it a 24-cent money maker for the cat food and the CoverGirl, if you have enough coupons to do so. That's what we have picked up for this week so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.